Hey traders, checking in on the stock market today. We had pretty much a deja vu day with what happened yesterday. Bears controlling the S&P 500 in the morning, bulls controlling the bounce into the close, and we will see a very clear SPY level that is our short-term guide from here on out. I'll also go over a little bit of the Riot trade that I mentioned at the end of yesterday's video. So here we got SPY looking at the daily uptrend, and the higher low was at 387.50. What was the low of today? 387.24. We held support by 24 cents, and the bulls controlled it from there. So that is the line in the sand level. If that level holds, the bulls have complete control. If that level breaks, we have lost the daily uptrend. We will be at the lowest prices that we've seen in 8 days, and we will zoom out and look for weekly consolidation to then take place. Weekly consolidation did just take place 2 weeks ago, so it would be notable to me if we were to enter weekly consolidation again, but it's all about 387.50, and the bulls did a good job of holding it today. Just comparing yesterday and today, again, very similar. The one difference was yesterday we had a 15-minute tightening range, and the equilibrium broke bear, and then we held the low of the day, and the bulls controlled the close. Today was a little bit easier. We hit the low of the day, high of the bounce, higher low, lower high, higher low, bull break, very notable bull volume behind that break. And again, the bulls controlled the entirety of the day from that point forward. So what does that look like on the S&P 500 futures chart? And what are we watching into tomorrow? Hourly has a downtrend support line to be keeping an eye on. We could see that we bounced off this level 4 times now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means it's worth paying attention to. Same thing as yesterday. So what did I say in yesterday's video? Bulls have to confirm hourly trend changes if we are going to believe in bounce follow through. That didn't happen yesterday, and all overnight we gave back the bounce gains. Well, here we are again. Here is our bounce. Can the bulls confirm an hourly trend change to be looking at follow through? If not, then the bears are going to keep their control. 12-hour chart was talking about the potential little head and shoulders, and that play is still there, but if I'm looking for the most clarity, it's on the hourly chart and needing that trend change on both SPY and the S&P 500 futures. IWM, still weak. Look at these bounces. For 3 days now, the bounces are rejecting from hourly EMA resistance on every attempt. So the bulls have to change the hourly trend to shift that momentum, because we are now seeing weekly consolidation underway. Anything above 204.84 is a weekly higher low, and that is the most important support level. We can draw uptrend support lines if we want. If that's your cup of tea, you're watching that support level. Actually, if we want to include previous action from way back, then I would be watching that level, which is coming into play. And again, just seeing weekly consolidation underway. A little bit weaker on IWM than on SPY, and you can see the lack of any bounce here into the end of the day. QQQ lost the daily uptrend. As of right now, there is no bear follow through, but we lost the higher low from Wednesday. Zooming out, the weekly time frame, low of last week, broke, but no bear follow through. Hourly time frame, significant bounce, just like yesterday. The question is, can the big difference between yesterday happen, which is a confirmed hourly trend change? Bulls have to hold that higher low and then see follow through. Daily time frame, we're going to be viewing anything under the all-time high as a daily lower high. So again, same thing as yesterday. Very solid bounces, have to prove follow through with confirmed hourly trend changes tomorrow. Financial sector started some consolidation today. So higher low each of the last few days broke, but you could call this a bull flag. Anything above 30.99 is a daily higher low. The bulls have space to work with to maintain the uptrend. And what I was watching today is, was profit taking in XLF, was that going into QQQ? And it wasn't very clear that that was taking place. One thing that did stand out is the utility sector was one of the only green sectors on the day at one point this morning, potentially even into the close. That is a safe haven sector. And when XLU is the only green sector, that shows you profit taking in other sectors, and money going into the safe haven sector for potential safekeeping. So keeping an eye on this XLU, tightening range, watching for a lower high there. But the bottom line is, bears have to break on SPY 387.50 to even be talking about a daily uptrend being lost. XLV, also looking for a daily higher low, anything above 114.62. Need the hourly trend change back in their favor for that daily higher low to be set. It would confirm a weekly downtrend if we were to lose 114.05 support from here, and that is only 1.2% from where we stand. So again, that would be something to be paying attention to as well. If it's only the healthcare sector seeing weakness and we see XLF and QQQ hold strong, we know it's not going to matter much, but that is something I'm watching closely as well. XBI stopped out of my bounce play. So my bounce play yesterday, just a quick recap, entered at 157.85, exited half at 158.85, and swung that position because of the strong close and looking for bounce follow through. I put my stop under 156, so my break even was 156.85, and I stopped out for an 85-cent loss. So I left some money on the table. Obviously, if I had just sold at the end of the day yesterday, that would have been best case. But in the end, it was less than a quarter of a day loser. So again, when I'm wrong by a little, and that keeps me moving forward easily. You know, you ask me, can I make back a quarter of a day loser? I can do that with my eyes closed in my sleep. So when my losers are that small, I have absolutely nothing to worry about. So I am still interested in this daily bounce, but didn't trade it again today. Just stopped out and let it be. Traded other things, which we will go over, Riot. But I'm watching the hourly trend because, again, the bulls failed to confirm the hourly trend change. So I am still interested. Why did I exit my position? Because my reason for entering was coming off all-time highs, daily higher low watch, 4-hour and hourly oversold. As soon as the bounce takes place from yesterday, we are no longer 4-hour and hourly oversold. So 2 of my 4 reasons for being in the trade no longer exist. So I will happily stop out, go back to cash, and reassess the situation. Again, I'm still watching for an entry to be looking for a daily bounce, but the trade has to come to me, and I have to have a good risk and reward setup to enter it. Semiconductors, another day of pullback. Daily EMA 12 still holding. Tons of space for the daily higher low. And again, hourly trend change needed for bounce follow through. Bulls are watching for daily higher lows. If I was looking for a semiconductor bullish entry, I would be much more confident buying for a daily higher low if 387.50 support is holding on SPY than I would be if that support level is lost. TAN, the solar sector, getting a big hit today. And we are seeing Biden plays getting a big hit. Solar was hit big. MJ sector hit big. So worth paying attention to. Gap down open. And 106 is now a triple bottom of support. But we're on the verge of seeing a weekly downtrend. Failure to break resistance. And we did technically break support. We're just watching to see if we lose the weekly EMA 12, which has been holding for many months. So money is leaving the solar sector, at least temporarily. Monthly time frame looking a little toppy with those upper wicks. TAN has not consolidated on the monthly time frame in hundreds of percent, 500% since we saw any real monthly consolidation. And again, I think I said it in the video yesterday, but if that is the case, it's an automatic red flag. Doesn't mean we have to top out. It just means do not be surprised when monthly consolidation takes place at any point. Because if you have a name that has run 200 to 500% with no monthly consolidation, you know that monthly consolidation is happening at any point in the near-term future. So that is the potential setup now for TAN, now that we're seeing the election hype fade. And what else are we seeing? We're seeing the energy sector go up. Energy sector, not today, of course, but overall the past couple of weeks, the energy sector has been fairly strong. So let's look at this point. February 1st, I haven't even done this yet. We're doing it live. February 1st to yesterday, we went up. So 2 weeks of up. What did TAN do on February 1st? I don't know. February 1st, we were down here. So we went up there as well. We topped out February 10th, and the energy sector on February 10th kept going. So it's just a little shift to me. And I'm watching to see, is money going to go now from these names that have run huge amounts in the solar sector and go to our laggard oil, old energy names to see laggard movement up? Again, names go from extremely overextended. People take profit. People distribute those profits into things that have not run as significantly. And just seeing a lot of profit taking in the MJ space and in the solar sector. Here's CGC. Massive run. Biden, FOMO, euphoria. Executive orders come in maybe. Things are great. And then we top out. And here we are now. Top here was February 10th. And here we are down 36%. Tan, there's February 10th. So both the MJ and solar sectors have been going down since February 10th. It's down 15%. MSOS, the USMJ space, week close, daily downtrend confirmed. Zooming out, we're looking for a weekly high or low, anything above 40.33. A lot of space for that to form. I am patiently waiting to re-enter. I sold too soon. I left money on the table. I sold 49.50, but I did not chase. I said, all right, I left some money on the table, but I am patiently waiting for weekly consolidation to rebuild positions, and we're getting right back to where I sold, and I am patiently watching to see how we play out in the short term. I will be looking to enter on weekly higher lows. None of the major US MJ names have broken their support. It's just the ETF that's done so at this point. So that's what I'm watching for tomorrow. Do the individual holdings confirm daily downtrends? The VIX. So we did break the high of last Wednesday, and that's February 10th, 2390. But again, upper wick, no follow through. When's the last time we closed strong? One day, January 27th. Every other time, upper wicks, weak closes, that shows us bulls buying dips. Big pullback on the dollar. Again, not much of a factor. All I care about is the weekly chart at this point. Have to hold 89.20 and break 91.60 to get my attention. Gold still weak. Drew this 12-hour support line from yesterday, and it is still in play. Grinding monthly support. And bulls would have to get over 1789, 1790 to see a short-term shift. Have to bounce. Silver, also fairly weak today. Daily higher lows at risk of being lost. If they are lost, we zoom out and we watch for a weekly higher low, anything above 24.01. It is notable to me that the metals were red today while the dollar was red. Miners drop into a lower low. Lack of support. Lowest price we've seen in 8 months on these miners. Next time we bounce on these miners, we are just looking for daily lower highs because of the size of the pullback. Oil, profit-taking day today, but anything over 57.41 is a daily higher low. Bulls have tons of space to work with to maintain the uptrend for now. Looks like volume shifting to a different contract. I might be on the wrong contract here. Looks like we're just switching to April. Yeah. So now we're going to look at CLJ. That's where the volume's at. And anything above 57.31 will be a daily higher low. Natural gas, daily consolidation as well. So it looks like the commodity space as a whole was pulling back. But for natural gas, anything above 2836 is a daily higher low. And we're watching the EMA 12 support. So checking in on Riot, there was so much opportunity. In the video yesterday, I talked about how we will pull back 20%. Didn't know when, but was looking for that short today. And look at that beautiful high of yesterday, 79.50, and the high of today, 78.75, for a beautiful top fish. I traded this in both directions today, many times, 20 plus trades, and I did not nail tops, and I did not nail bottoms, and I had a very good day. And when you have ranges where you drop 25% and you bounce 23% and then you pull back 15%, what more could you possibly ask for? I can miss the top by 5%, I can miss the bottom by 5% and still have tons of pie for the taking. So the top fish was there. I entered short this morning, scaling into a couple entries. I exited my short too soon in the upper to mid 60s. I then flipped long on first 5-minute oversold conditions. Again, entering a bit too soon, entered low 60s. I then exited on the bounce a bit too soon, exited in the mid 60s. I then shorted a bit too soon, but managed that short, looking for the 15-minute lower high. And then I had to take a call, so I exited my short a bit too soon. In the end, I left money on the table in every direction, and I ended up with a 3 to 4 day maker. So when you have volatility like this, it is very forgiving, and there is massive opportunity. And I'm going to be continuing to watch Riot. Now we're watching for a daily high or low. We're going to be watching for first hourly oversold conditions. And I'll be keeping an eye on that trade. So I hope you're well, do good things, and I will see you next week.
Low, high, higher, low, lower, high, higher, low, 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 low, high, higher, low, lower, high, higher, low.
I'm ready to trade.
Just need some higher lows and lower highs. Keep getting rejected by these middle Bollinger Bands. Come on, you fat bulls, you piece of mother goat loving that. Here we go. All-time high test. Get it, bulls. Get it, bulls.